it was a decision that we made because we simply just wanted different things. I moved back to the Philippines 2 months ago, and I just love I love the Philippines.
You ever see someone go from love yourself as you are to full-blown surgery and wonder what happened? One day, Clara Javi was the internet's voice for being natural, body positive, and proud. The next, she showed up with double Ds, a new vibe, and a breakup that felt more like a content strategy than real heartbreak. She went viral for being honest, but somewhere along the way, honesty got replaced with filters, brand deals, and sad TikToks. This isn't about judging. It's about asking why so many creators go from real to unreal right before our eyes. Is it pressure, pain, or profit? Today, we break down Clara Javi's dramatic transformation, her love life, her image shift, and how social media turned a relationship into a marketing campaign. Buckle up. You've never seen a glow-up fall apart this fast. Clara Javi used to feel like a breath of fresh air online. She was the girl who said being skinny came naturally. No diets, no stress, no obsessing over calories or carbs. In her viral video, Surprising Habits That Keep Me Skinny, she shared her so-called secrets, like only eating when she was genuinely hungry, even if that meant skipping food until late evening. Sometimes, she wouldn't eat a real meal until 7 p.m. It sounded like freedom, like intuition, like peace with your body. But behind the soft voice and clean edits, the reality didn't feel freeing. In fact, some habits she shared raised alarms. She said if she ate too much one day, she'd eat only 500 calories the next. That's not balanced. That's not flexible. That's starvation level for most adults. That's what toddlers eat. And yet she smiled through it, presenting it like it was perfectly okay. Clara backed her views by saying she had read a lot of health books. She said that made her confident, giving advice online. But here's the problem. Reading books doesn't make someone qualified. That's not the same as being a doctor, or a dietitian, or even someone trained in how the body actually works. Still, Clara stood behind her message. "I don't diet," she said. "Dieting is unhealthy." But to everyone watching, what she described was dieting. In fact, it sounded worse than most diets. It was rigid. It was restrictive. It relied on control, not care. It looked like a carefully wrapped package of disordered eating, labeled as lifestyle advice. And the confusing part, Clara hadn't always been like this. She used to stand for body positivity. She used to speak out against unrealistic beauty standards. She once made girls feel seen, heard, accepted. Now that same girl was skipping meals and calling it wellness. The shift wasn't subtle, it was jarring, and her followers felt it. But then more cracks started to show. Her TikToks took a strange turn. She made what looked like jokes about violence in relationships. Videos where the punchlines weren't funny. They were dark. They didn't land. They made people uncomfortable. And instead of apologizing or explaining, she doubled down, laughed it off, moved on. Then came the brand deals. Clara began promoting fast fashion companies, some of the same ones she once criticized. Brands with ugly reputations. The kind of companies linked to sweatshops, stolen designs, and environmental harm. Her followers were confused. Was this the same Clara who used to care? Or was she chasing something? It felt like Clara had flipped a switch. One day, she stood for independence, ambition, and privacy. The next, she was part of a glossy, perfectly filtered love story. But the real shift? It started with Javi. They didn't meet through sparks or serendipity. Clara had a boyfriend then. Javi was just some guy, invited by friends, blending into the crowd. That night, the group hung out till sunrise. Nothing happened. Not yet. But fate wasn't done. A few months later, they ran into each other again. This time, Clara was single, and that night, they kissed. Fast forward, and suddenly, they were the couple on YouTube. Vlogs, challenges, kisses on thumbnails. But viewers could tell something felt off. The affection looked rehearsed. The laughs felt edited. And in one video, Javi said it out loud. "Clara made me famous." She smiled. He didn't. And no matter how much they pushed the couple brand dream, the cracks were growing. Then, Clara made a move no one expected, one that lit up the internet. She changed her body. The same girl who once stood tall, flat chest and all, telling millions they were enough, suddenly showed up with implants. People noticed. Fast. They asked why. She didn't get defensive, didn't explain. She smiled and said, "For fun." Like it was a new hairstyle, a new filter, like it didn't mean anything. But it did. She had built her name on self-love, on staying natural, on not giving in. And then, without warning, she flipped. No post, no honesty, just a new body and a shrug. Suddenly, her whole vibe shifted. Her content got glossier. Her face looked filtered. Her feed no longer said, "Love yourself." It said, "Fix yourself." And her followers, they didn't feel inspired anymore. They felt sold to. And slowly, they started walking away. So here we are. A love story that started in a club and ended in content chaos. Clara changed her body. Javi changed the narrative. And together, they built a breakup brand. Remember, if your love needs hashtags, filters, and sad music, it might not be real. Stay sharp, stay honest, and please, don't confuse healing with marketing. Catch you in the next story, where someone else gets exposed, and the cycle starts all over again.